important thing is the scale. So there's always these three things that we give. One for the plot, one for the scale, and one for the smoothness of the curve. So 3 marks in total. But if the question we already give you the scale, then it's 2 marks drawing. So you look at this one, they say 4 cm 1 unit on the x-axis. So you should be able to see 4 cm. This is 4 cm. So I repeat one more time. This is a big green circle. It's 2 cm by 2 cm. The smaller one inside is 1 cm by 1 cm. So when they say 4 cm, you see 2 big green boxes. Then you get 0, 1, 2, and so on. So that scale will be what we are checking. Your y-axis is every 2 cm 1 unit. So you should see 1 green box for 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. So if your scale is correct, straight away scale we give 1 mark. Okay, next is we will check your plots. If all your plots lie at the right place, you get your 2nd mark. 3rd mark is if you pass your curve through every point and it looks sufficiently smooth, you will get your 3rd mark. So graph plotting is 3 marks. The second part they say, can you use your graph and solve this? So I told you all before, look at your original graph. This is your original. Y equals to 1 minus 2x is your original. Now they want you to solve this. So you need to make sure this left-hand side looks like your original. So what to do? You can you can multiply both sides by negative first. Okay, and then you still need a 1, right? So add 1 to both sides. So this is your curve, which is equals to y. This is your line that you are drawing, which is minus 4. So all they want you to do is go to your graph and draw a y equals to minus 4 line. This is part C. And then look where it cuts your graph. So you go to your graph and read where is the point where it cuts it. So in this case, since this is 1.5, 1.25, okay, let's see, this is 20 boxes in total. 1 divided by 20, 1 unit is how much? 1 unit is 0.05. So every 2 box is a 0.1. So this is 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So we are at 2.225. So actually you can say it's about 2.23. So they accept answers from 2.1 to 2.5. So any answer in between this range we will accept. So you just have to be able to reproduce this line and give me this point. You get your 2 marks there. Okay, so this is part C's answer. Part D asks you to draw a tangent at the point where x is equals to 2. So your x equals to 2 is here. Where is that point? Here. So there is a point that you have plotted there and they want you to draw a tangent line. So I told you before, a tangent line must only pass through the curve at that one point. So you adjust your ruler until it only touches that point and make sure it's about equal distance away from the graph on both sides. Then you draw the line. So let's say you put your ruler there. I don't think, oh, you can see my ruler. So you put your ruler there and then you adjust left and right and make sure that the angle on the left and the right is about the same. Can already, no need to be so accurate. So then you go and draw the line. So this line is called your tangent line that touches the point x equals to 2. Once you draw this is 1 mark. Even if you draw it slightly slanted, not accurate, it's also okay. As long as you draw this line out, only touching this point, we give 1 mark already. So all these are free marks, please take. Where is the second mark? they will ask you to find the gradient. Standard question, graph is always like that. So you go to the line and pick 2 points that are easy to read for you. So for example, 1 point you pick 0.5 and 2.2. So this is 1 point you pick. Another point, you can just pick this point if you want to be safe. So 2 and minus 3. Or if there's another point that you want anywhere on the line, you can just pick it. We need 2 points. Go and calculate gradient. So gradient is y2 minus y1, this one, over x2 minus x1. Okay, you go and press calculator. Okay, it gives you a minus 3.47. Okay, for instance. So you look at this. Sometimes it might be off. So if it's off, at most you don't get this answer mark, but you still get the line mark. Okay, so this one sometimes is a miss. No choice. It depends on how accurate you draw your drawing. But this line you must get. Yes. Part C, can. So they say ask you to solve this, right? So you will write it down here. Okay, part C is the suitable line question. So when they ask you to solve this, make sure you can change the left hand side until it is like your original graph. So the way to do it is to multiply both sides by negative first. Then you are very close to this already. Then add 1 to both sides. I draw myself. Because they say, can you draw a tangent line at 2, right? You go to your graph, 2 is here. Put your ruler there.
Any line which can
But it must only touch that point 2. That point 2 here. X2. Can you see your X is 2 here? This is the point they want you to pass through. So you just make sure your left hand side and right hand side about equal distance can already. Then draw the line through. Sorry? No need arrow. How I get 2.2? Okay, so you see just now that question says, this one, right? Can you see it's minus 4? This is my graph Y. So Y equals to minus 4, I draw this line. When you draw Y equals to minus 4, it will cut the curve at this point. Go and read the X. That's the solution. You see, you draw the line Y equals to minus 4. It cuts the curve here. So go and read the X value there. It's 2.2. How you know how to read? These 4 boxes total, there is 20 small boxes. The whole thing is 1 unit. So you use 1 divided by 20 is 0.05 per box. Every box is 0.05. So 0.05, 0.01, and so on. You keep adding. So you see here there are 4 boxes away. So it's 2.2. Then slightly beyond. So 2.2 and a half. So 2.225. But we round up. Okay, so this one, the accuracy, we will accept a range. But this is actually the next topic that I'm teaching, which is 5.3, how to draw a tangent line. So the moment you know this, then the graph topic is more or less complete. So when they ask for tangent line, just go and draw that it passes through, you get the 1 mark. Whether the gradient is accurate or not, sometimes it's not so easy to get the accuracy. But don't worry about it. Sorry? How I get 0.5 from where? I just read this point. I pick any 2 points on the line. This line that I draw, I just go and pick any 2 points. Go and find the coordinate of that 2 points, then find gradient. So based on the line you draw, go and find any 2 points. Then go and read the X and the Y coordinate. Read the X and the Y. Then go and calculate gradient. So use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This formula. Then you can get the gradient. Can Okay, so today when you go back home, you go through it slowly and then see whether you can draw a better one. Okay, the last part is usually the toughest one. They ask you to solve this. So when they ask you to solve this again, we copy down this. 2x Then you remember your original. This is your original curve. You need your left hand side to be your original curve. So I keep this. Everything else shift to the other side. So I keep this here. Everything other number I shift to the other side. So bring the 2x become minus 2x. Bring the minus 2 become 2. I need to make it like this. So again, I multiply by negative throughout. This one become plus. This one become minus. The last step, I need to add a 1 here. So I plus 1 here, plus 1 here. So I end off with a 2x minus 1. This side here is just my original curve y. So this is the line you need to draw. This is the suitable line that you need to draw. So the moment you write this line down, they give you 1 mark for knowing that this is the line. So how to draw? Just come up with a table. Give me any 2x value you like. So let's say 0. Sub in 0, you get minus 1. Sorry? Today later, right? Today Friday timetable? Right? 10:45. Today is Friday. Okay, wait, I have no time to lose. So put in 1. So put in 1, you get 2 minus 1, so it's 1. Plot out the 2 points. 0 minus 1 here. Then 1, 1 here. Draw the line out. Okay, draw the line out. This is the line we want. Okay, sorry, there's a lot of working there, so it's very untidy. Okay, so when you draw this line, y equals to 2x minus 1, it will cut the graph somewhere. You zoom in. Can you see it cuts the graph here? That is your solution that you want to read. Okay, let me erase all this off because it's messing up with the accuracy. Yeah. Sorry?
The suitable line can use any points.
Any 2 value of x you sub in. As long as you can find it on the graph. Yeah. So once you draw, go and read the x value. So in this case, the x that you get is maybe this one. Somewhere here. So 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.375. So 0 0.8. Okay, so this is your answer for the last part D. Can be easily 10 or 11 if there's so many parts to the graph. So make sure you can do this. Yes. Then today straight after school, can you see me for a bit? Okay, I'm going through the second one. Yes. The gradient. Okay, so just now, this was the line we had. Right? The tangent line. Go and pick 2 points from the line. Any 2 points on the line. So in this case, I go and read. This is a 0.5. This is a 2.2. So I chose this point because it's easy to read from the graph. Okay, there's just too much drawings there. Okay, so let's say this one. 0.5 and 2.2. I pick 1 point on the line. I pick another point that is given to me to play safe. So I pick this line. Minus 2, minus 3. So how to find gradient of this line? I will use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is gradient formula. So using that, go and calculate your gradient. Oh, actually our answer was accurate. I calculate wrongly, right? This is a minus 2. So actually our answer was correct. Okay? Okay, it takes a few examples for you to understand, because that's why I say you must plot out the graph first. Your fundamental must be there first. It's these new parts that are more confusing. Okay, it will take a while. Can we look at the next one? Question 4. Go back to. Okay, I have a few graphs that were all like beautifully plotted. Okay, just to show you that if you do it properly, the first 3 marks is yours. Then subsequently, just try to get as many as you can. So let me just zoom into one. Okay, this one. Question 4. If you draw it correctly, this is how your graph should look like. They say 1 cm for 1 unit on y-axis, 2 cm for 1 unit on the x-axis. So when I mark, I'll be writing plot all correct, scale correct, smoothness of curve correct, 3 marks. Okay, so next thing is they say on the same axis, can you draw the graph y equals to 4x plus 3? So okay, they say draw the graph of this line. So when they ask you to draw a line, just plot a table. Any 2 values of x you can come up with from this range that you have. Don't go and choose 8 or 10 you don't have. So maybe choose 0 first because it's easy. So when you sub in 0, this is 3. So the first point you plot is 0, 3. Next point, maybe sub in x as 1. So when you sub in x as 1, you get 7. So plot 1, 7. So somewhere here. Once you have 2 points, is good enough. Just go and draw the line that passes through that 2 points. And you get 1 mark already. Yes. You can choose any. You can put 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Any x value you can find here. You need 2 points. You put 0 cannot what? No, your 0 you must sub in here. Then you see what is your y. So your y is 3. So that's why it's 0, 3. Then you sub in x as 1. So you must put in 1 here. Then you get 7. Or you can put 2. Then you will get 11. So just pick any 2x value to sub in. So you get 2 points to plot. You want, you can also do 3 points, but it's not necessary. Not any 2x and y value. You must sub in the x into the equation and get the y. So once you get this equation, you get 1 mark first. The second mark is to read where they meet. Can you see they meet quite nicely at 1.5? So your solution for part C is x equals to 1.5. Then that's 2 marks already. 1 mark for drawing the line, 1 mark for finding the answer. So this is C part 1. Okay, then C part 2 says what? Write the x coordinates where these 2 meet. Oh, so actually they want this to be part 2. This is part 1. They meet here. Okay, so the coordinate is 1.5 and 9. Okay, they want coordinates, so you give them the x and the y. Okay, then part 3, they say write down an equation which has a value found in part 2 solution. So meaning they want you to equate this to your original curve. So just equate this one to this. They say they want the 2 of them to intersect, right? So put the 2 y's together. Then you just have to write this for me. And it's done. They didn't even ask you to simplify because they say without simplifying. So just equate them together. They give you 1 mark already. Okay, so just follow through the instruction. Okay, part 4 I'm going to skip. Okay, this one when we revise 10-year series question, then we come back to it because it's going to be quite confusing. Okay, part 4 we will skip. So I just want you to have the understanding. If you draw one new line, go and plot a new table. Draw the line and find the solution from the intersection. It's always like that. Same all throughout. Okay, last one. 5. Yeah, I don't have. Number 5. This is 0, 1, 3. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, so this one. Look at the scale. Horizontal scale is 2 cm represent 1 hour. So 2 cm for 1 unit. So it's correct. Then they say the vertical scale is 1 cm for every 100 bacteria. So 1 cm for 100 bacteria. So the scale is 1 mark. Check all the plots. All correct. Your curve passing through everything and it's smooth. So 3 marks. Okay? So when you see like that, you know you got the 3 marks already. Okay, wait, let me finish this one. They say, can you draw a tangent at the point t equals to 3? So you go to your whole graph and look, where is t equals to 3? Here. They want you to draw a tangent line. So you take out your ruler, put it at 3, adjust left and right. Make sure it's about equal distance on both sides of the graph. Then you draw that line. Sorry?
You only need to touch the point.
Yeah, it can only touch one point. It cannot touch any other point. So show that it only touches that point. And on the left and on the right, the angle about the same. Then that will be good enough. So this is the tangent line. Then you get 1 mark already. Next mark is go and pick 2 points on the curve. On the line. So let's say I pick this one because it's easy to read. I pick this one. Okay, this point is called 1.7, 0. Then I pick another point that is easy to read. Maybe this one. This is 6 and 620. So once I read 2 points from the line, I can go and calculate gradient already. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So once you calculate, you have 2 marks. So this is actually the next part that we are learning, which is 5.3. It just teaches you how to draw that line. And then you find gradient, that's it. Okay? So today, right, when you go back home, by right, I want you all to do past year paper. Okay, but those of you, you want to bring your graph back to work on it, or you want to hand in? Those that I haven't marked. What is better? So everybody at least have 2 graphs, which I saw already. Okay, so you bring this back home and complete. 2, 3 of you have already, so left 3. I'm not going to give you the answers. Usually I do, but now I will not give you first. Next week then I give you. So at least you can. Okay, 2024 paper and 2023. I will hold on to the marking scheme. I want you all to try first. I don't want to give all 4 yet because it will end up in somewhere that you will not even look at it and misplace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's so many graphs that I see. There's so many files that I see that is empty. 3.
Should we need more 2023?
Graph is in 2021. I haven't give y'all yet. But y'all practice the front one first. Which one? 2023 still one more.
Yeah, because you never give us 2023.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this weekend, go and do these 2 papers. We can only finish the chapter next week. So please start your revision. If not, it will be a headache. Yes. Yeah. Okay, you want to see me show after school today? Just to clarify this one. Yeah. You got mother tongue? I don't. Oh, okay, can. You see me later? You keep first, later you can use this to